Kid, and a night of the round table. It is Tuesday night. Actually, it's a special edition this evening because tonight we have a phone interview because Tuesday nights are going to become that since we're fucking booked. It would seem forever and a day. But on the phone with us this evening, we have the Pandemics from New York. They just got out of practice, and they're going to be discussing their upcoming tour. So, hello guys!
Hey Jess,
what up?
Hello.
Welcome back.
To the round table.
So again, quick introductions, just so those who are just tuning in know who we're talking to.
Sure. My name's Chris. I play trombone and sing.
James, Big Jim Slade, and Will Barry. I'm Chris. Call me Q. I play trumpet.
Hi, horn
and
section.
so far, there are three of us tonight out of the seven. The other guys and ladies had to skedaddle, but we want to take a few minutes to whistle to chat with you guys. We love your show.
We love the support, and I'm super stoked that you were able to work out your tour because I know you kind of seemed a little stressed having to try to book things, it would seem, last minute. And I think, Chris, you're kind of like me. I want things done. I want them right away. I want to be able to promote them. And so talk to us a little bit about this upcoming, you guys ready to catch the fever? The Pandemics is coming. So tell us, what can the U.S. expect from you?
Okay, so this will be our first time out on the road in a while. We're heading all the way out to like Minneapolis and back. Sorry, we got a moth in the car now. But yeah, we're going to be hitting some places we haven't played in a few years. We're going to be going out to, let's look at Detroit, Chicago.
Unironically this time.
Yes, for sure. Milwaukee, Minneapolis, Rock Island, which I believe is part of something called the Quad Cities with Davenport, Iowa.
Yep.
And on the way back, I think we're hitting Toledo as well. I mean, we're going to be traveling all over, and yeah, it's happened a little bit later than I would have liked, but I'm glad that it's all booked now. And we're really thrilled to be playing so many awesome shows this summer. Like our kickoff party is next Thursday with our friends in Cop Out, Pre-K Dropout, and Barbicide, which is a really cool project which has ex-members of Mephistopheles and the Scopulas in it.
Yeah,
It'll be their first show ever.
That's really awesome.
That's cool.
So kind of, Chris, plot for us your course, because you're leaving, and it seems like you're going, the farthest west, and then coming back. Is that correct? If I read the flyer correct?
Pretty much. I mean, initially what we had wanted to do was we were thinking about taking, doing a drive day and just starting in Minneapolis on the way back. But the way the routing worked out is that we found gigs every night to and from. So we'll be playing from Thursday to Friday.
Just imagine if Indiana Jones missed that last turn at Albuquerque and had to turn it back around.
So next Thursday kicks things off, and that... Hold on, what date is that? Sorry, my calendar is blocked.
No problem, I got you. It's Thursday, July 18th at 66 Congress in Greenpoint, Brooklyn.
And
that's our tour kickoff party.
And from that, you leave and you head. Give us the route.
I'll give you the rundown. So the next night after that, Friday, July 19th, we're at Metropolis Collective in Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania, which is just outside of Harrisburg, with our good friends in Pink's Constant. Then the next night on Saturday, July 20th, we're playing at a place called Grizzlies in Wyandotte, Michigan, which is 10 minutes outside of Detroit from what I'm told. They're still working on confirming the lineup for that one, so I don't have a full list of dance matches yet. After that, on Sunday, July 21st, we'll be in Chicago with Malafacha and Beat the Smart Kid.
Woo! Sorry.
Woo-hoo. We're not quite sure where yet, but it'll be somewhere in Chicago.
Well, bring your A game because Malafacha brings a crew that is fucking brutal. We're
looking forward to it. We're looking forward to throwing down. I mean, Chicago, I don't know if you caught James before, he said, last time we went out that far out, we kind of had a bit of a mishap. We didn't get to play Chicago because Yep, that booked us canceled our show like on 3 or 4 days notice because our drummer wasn't hitting 21.
Right.
Our drummer turned 21 2 days later and they canceled our show.
Fucking lame.
Yeah, so that's
Yeah, we got to play, that's what we replaced with that, like, Taco Pizza Hut in Virginia Beach or something like that, right?
No,
that's completely different. That was the second tour.
Yeah, I think I might have been in Kentucky with the quickest loadout time ever.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, we witnessed what was going to be the start of somebody going home to get their gun and settle a dispute, so we got the heck out of there real quick.
Yeah.
But anyways, so Monday the 22nd after Chicago, we're heading up to Minneapolis, and we're going to be playing at the Kitty Cat Club with the Prize Fighters. And that show is actually really special because it's their LP release. They put out a record on Jump Up Records called Firewalk, which is amazing. It's like one of my favorite records so far this year. You should go pick that up. I think you can pre-order it now on either their Bandcamp page or on Jump Up Records.
Yep.
And the release party should be awesome.
That's really cool. I know that Courtney had talked to me about either going out there or having you guys come there, because it's kind of like, all right, so we got you guys this week. Next week we have Stop the Presses joining us, because as you guys leave and start your tour next week, we have, when you get to Minneapolis, that's going to start the Prize Fighters tour, and they go down into Milwaukee, Chicago, and head out east. So,
Yep.
So you're crossing paths.
It's actually kind of interesting. We're kind of bookending each other's tours a little bit. When they hit New York, we're going to be playing that day with them in Brooklyn, which I'll get to at the end.
Yes.
But after that, we're in Milwaukee at some place called High Dive.
Yes.
A lot of it's going to be at, someplace, I'm going to say someplace like, because I've never been to any of these places. So I'm really looking forward to really experiencing the Midwest scene a little bit.
Midwest man.
After that, on Wednesday, July 24th, we're at Roz Talks in Rock Island with Road Soda, and set up by our friend Nathan Lane from Fairhaven.
I know him too.
So that should be fun. And then Thursday, the last out of town date we're doing for a little while, we're doing at the Longhorn Saloon in Toledo, Ohio,
With Ego.
with Ego and the Maniacs, Stop the Presses, and Pilfers.
That's
Ohio.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yes, 'cause
So that should be a fun one.
yes, that your whole tour sounds really super fun. Like it's exciting because as you're like you sent us the flyer and stuff, I'm like, holy shit, they've been on our show, 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 and it's like it's super fun to watch. Like you guys are leaving and going west as Prize Fighters are leaving and going east, and that show in Ohio is where the Pilfers and Stop the Presses pick up to meet the Prize Fighters in Chicago. So it's like it's wonderful. It's like all of these people we've gotten to talk to are doing the damn thing. They're coming together, they're booking shows, they're supporting each other, and that's the whole point of this, which is super exciting. So I'm glad.
Yep, no, it's like a clock, a lot of moving parts, and they all kind of come together at certain spots. It's great.
So, with that being said, what can folks expect as far as merchandise? Because we have people who watch, and I'm sure will come out to watch you guys in all of these major states. So tell them what they can purchase, what they're in for. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we have some pretty much brand new T-shirts that we're rocking these days with our Walt Jabsco parody logo on them. Hopefully we're gonna have some brand new pin designs out by the time we get there. Stickers, CDs, vinyl. We're coming loaded for bear, as it were.
Jars full of Malone sweat.
Those look extra.
And there'll be jars. Literally jars.
Wow.
Well,
So when you guys come to Milwaukee, who are you playing with?
Well, we're actually waiting to hear about that. Our bass player's buddy set that one up.
Okay.
We tried reaching out to our friends and something to do, and just one reason or another just couldn't make it work. I think we're actually going to be hanging out with our buddy Chris Valoida from Something to Do.
Okay.
And I voted for Kodos Fame out there. He lives right nearby. Hopefully a couple of those guys will come out. it's really cool to get out to play in that neck of the woods. I've been, following bands from out in the Midwest for, 15 years now, or so now. Between, something to do, I worked for Kodos. Literally, all our friends in Michigan, we were trying to hook up with Janavar and the Traders, but apparently our buddy Eric is on vacation that week. And Eric Abbey plays in like half the ska bands in Detroit. Yeah. So when she's out of town, the Traders go down, 1592 goes down, the Tellways go down, Dirty Notion is no longer available. He's like the cornerstone of that scene. But we're still looking forward to that show. It's gonna be a good time. I think everybody's TBJ or on the hook to play that one. I'm not sure yet. I gotta check. And we have more gigs too after we get home. Like I mentioned before, playing with the Prize Fighters when they come to Brooklyn on August 2nd. We're playing with the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones on August 21st at Webster Hall in New York City.
That's awesome.
That'll be a fun one. That's like, a bucket list show for us. So it's Boss Tones and Bit of a Sound Clash at one of the biggest stages in New York. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
And the week after that, we're playing with this band, the Scott Tones from the UK.
Yes!
Too, when they come.
Yeah, they
so
just played with the Crombies.
Our summer calendar is just, packed. And we couldn't be happier about it.
Yeah, you get to play with some pretty big names, and I think, if before when we were discussing, like, how do you push yourself further? How do you get to do these things? How did you get these shows, Chris? Why is
well,
that allowed?
We have a bit of a game in our band, or a drinking game. And, one of the things is, when everyone says something along the lines of, oh, fucking Malone, take a drink. And usually it's because, I will say something stupid or do something stupid, but in this case, it's just because I know everybody. I've been out there playing music for 20-something years now, and have however many bands, I've lost count, really.
It's a dirty fire hooker!
And it's just one of those things. We started networking, and, we just... it's been too long since we've been out there, and a lot of people have been asking us to come out to places for a while, so it's nice to finally be able to do this. We have our sights on, even more lofty goals next year. We're working on a new record, which we hope to be able to finish after we get back in the fall. And hopefully this time next year we'll be ready to do it all again.
Oh, I got a small side hustle here in New York preparing instruments for a couple of bands who did throw at gigs.
That's true. James is a bit of a repair technician for the Stars, as it were. Dr. Room Mechanic. I know he does work for the Slackers and World Inferno, amongst others. And that's just it. We're part of our local scene. We come out, we try and support other bands when they come through, and try and go out and see our friends when we can. And that's it. We put some good stuff out into the world, and hopefully some of it comes back to you,
Yeah. So here's a question. As you're preparing, I've kind of seen, like recommendations or suggestions about where do we stop. How are you guys traveling? Did you guys get like an RV or a big van, and you're all driving together as one thing headed out here? Or how are you going to matriculate your way westward and back?
Well,
Camels.
Lots of camels.
Did you say camels?
Well, actually, I'm going to let Q field this one because I feel like we've been hogging the mic.
We will exactly fit the whole band in a, how many passenger van? 15?
15 passenger.
Yeah, exactly. Literally, we will be extremely close to one another, and, hopefully we all make it back alive.
Yeah. Just, we're renting a van, we'll take out the back two seats and just cram all of our gear, all of our merch, all of our bags and stuff, and hopefully it doesn't make the whole thing lopsided. Hopefully we drive and get to places in one piece.
Just give the merch girl her space, keep her fed, and she won't murder you all.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. We usually travel as like a hot mess of a convoy.
Usually two vehicles or three vehicles, and this time we decided, we're driving about 3,000 miles or 2,500 miles or something like that. And probably just, suck it up, rent one vehicle, eliminate that massive confusion if we can. And I
Just become really good friends.
also, James's girlfriend, Christine, is coming along to a merch show. She's our resident merch mom. And,
And she will kick your ass.
yes, she will.
I like that was the warning, like, leave the merch girl alone or you all die. When you guys are loading in and out of different venues and packing up to leave and such, do you have one human who stands by said van and loads everything because they're like the Tetris god? Or are all of you just throwing shit in and you hope that it fits and then you like all lean against the doors to close it?
I think it definitely starts one way and then ends another.
There's always a band Tetris player. There's somebody in the band who's always been amazingly perfect at organizing the merch and the instruments and everything in the back, to the point where it's just like we're all shoveling one piece in, like
an assembly line.
Yeah, like an assembly line, and they're just like, no, you're going too fast. No, you're going too slow. No, that's 1/8 of an inch wrong. And you think it's 1/8 of an inch, and then they do it, and next thing you know, 3 more pieces fit in.
And then you get to your hotel or house, open up the back door, and the beer falls out, and the
One time the beer falls out. One time the beer falls out. She's got post-traumatic stress over it.
So one of our crew members isn't here, but I have to ask, since you are going to Chicago, will you be imbibing in any Malort? Because apparently that's a fucking thing.
Oh no, I've been told very strictly by our friends in Cold Wreck, never have a shot of Malort. It's a messed up prank they play on bands who are not from Chicago. So maybe somebody else in the band can do it. Malone, that seems like your job.
I think that if you're going there, you should at least, it's like a cultural thing. You have to enjoy the culture.
Yeah, it's pretty gross, but you have to do it once.
Well, I'm just going to be making fun of everybody's pizza, especially Chicago.
I was going to say, it sounds like the people from Kenosha, Wisconsin are also in on this joke.
So I had never heard of Malort ever in my whole life, okay? We get this crew guy, he fucking loves Malort, that's what he drinks. Every time we go out, he's like, Malort, Malort, Malort. Never heard this before. Now, every fucking place we go, I hear all of these people talking about it. We go to Chicago, and that's like their drink at the bar. Like, that's the shot that is like a welcome, sort of cursory, you are now a part of us thing. I had never heard of this before, and so I had to ask, since you are going to be stopping in Chicago, be prepared, I guess, to imbibe in such things. You will live.
Yes. Don't.
That sounds like a Malone problem.
Putting horrible things in his mouth since 1996.
Don't sip it.
Well,
you have to slam it.
Sorry, go ahead.
You don't sip it, slam it. If you're ever
Don't
offered
slip it.
it's fucking
There's
gross.
another rule to our drinking game is when you say something about a band member and they're not there to respond, you have to take a drink. I'm really hoping that they don't get to bottle this stuff. But I don't know, we'll see. It's one of those things where I think everyone sort of settles into a rhythm after the first few days before. The first few days are always like the party days, and then I think after like night 4 or 5, Tuesday, it's like, maybe we'll calm down. But who knows? We'll see.
Unless you've been in Dry County on a Sunday, and end up taking that as their excuse to get the most hammered.
Oh, you guys have played in Ohio before, yeah?
Once upon a time, we played.
Not with me.
Yeah, you. We played that city where supposedly weed takes place.
So
Oh, really?
I asked this because there's a phenomenon here in the Midwest, and I don't know if you have it out in New York. At least when I've been in New York, I've not experienced this. However, in Wisconsin, there are drive-through liquor stores, meaning you can drive around the building like you would a drive-through, order your booze, they bring it to a window. When you get to Ohio, these are giant pole barns that you legit drive in. So you bring your whole vehicle in, a serviceman comes up to your window, what would you like? They load your vehicle with said booze, they can give you samples, you pay, and you drive out of said barn with a loaded car full of booze.
My God.
So that you know, this is a Midwest thing. So,
Do they hand you fireworks and a shotgun as well?
I mean,
Only if you're.
It's like one of those things. It's like, you know, like if you're visiting New York and you have pizza for the first time, you're like, oh my god, that was amazing. Thank God we don't have that back in, back where we live. I think you may have just introduced that to my band.
Hey,
the Midwest equivalent.
you're gonna have to, and
Seriously?
yes, like that's a thing.
That's amazing.
It's a real thing.
Is it also like is it like a state where you also can't like buy? You have to go to a specific store for beer and booze. Like you can't buy it in the supermarkets or.
You can buy it in fucking like a Walgreens sells booze.
Oh,
No, man, like
Really?
you want a good alcoholic problem, you come to the Midwest because that's considered medicine. And I'm not an alcoholic, but like anywhere you go, I'm shocked that school functions don't have alcohol at this point because it's everywhere. It's everywhere. And you're like, I thought I was going to like a school conference thing. Okay, but I digress. I'm sure it will be fine. Minneapolis, though, they're kind of, though they're way more open, they kind of understand that there should be reason within some of the things that you do. When you hit Wisconsin,
Yeah, not
Illinois,
here.
and Ohio, it's just like, nah, you're good. We trust you.
Mm.
So,
There's an outdoor function and a reason to drink on a Tuesday. So.
yeah. So we're
I didn't say we needed a reason.
we're on tour. That's the reason. That's the reason. Who did your flyer?
The flyer was done by our good friend Ben Heighton, who lives out in Salt Lake City, Utah. He's done a lot of art for us for the last year or so. He did our T-shirt logo, the Walt Jasper with the gas mask.
Yep.
He's done a couple of other posters for us. Yeah, you should hit him up if anyone needs artwork done.
He hit us up. I think he's the one that reached out to us when you guys were going to be on the first time and was like, I need to know details so I can make a flyer.
Yes,
Yep.
that was for our holiday flyer last year. I remember now.
Yep.
Yeah, that was that's the dude, and Ben is a dear friend of ours. We made hoodies a while back, just like a limited run, just to help him. He had a slight computer problem, so we did like a fundraiser to help raise funds for him to get a new computer, so we keep on making awesome artwork for people. And I think we raised something like $1,000 for him, or $800, or no, sorry, not $800.
Hey, we're like PBS. You gonna raise money for us? No, just kidding. So here's the thing. For those who are watching, listening, and paying attention currently, if they're like, oh shit, they're not coming anywhere near me, or hey, that's on a night I can't make it, tell people A, where they can find you, and B, where they can buy your shit to support you.
Okay, so the best way to do that, we have 2 web stores. We have for our music, you can go to thepandemics.bandcamp.com, and you can stream all of our music there and download it all there. We've got, I think, 1 record up on Spotify and iTunes, but, we really haven't moved on to doing the other ones up there yet. We really should. For our t-shirts, stickers, vinyl, everything else, we have a Big Cartel store, so thepandemics.bigcartel.com. For news and other stuff, our Facebook page or Twitter page are probably the best way to go. So just facebook.com/thepandemics. And hopefully we'll get to see everybody. If you don't see you on this one, we'll see you next time. We have plans to go up to New England in the fall or the early part of the winter before the end of the year. But no, we get around. We're trying to do a little bit more traveling than we've done in years past because we have a really awesome crew of people right now. We're really gung-ho about it. So if you want us to come, you can always ask, and the worst you can say is no.
Right. So, Chris, real quick, run through again just the plots of your tour, because we are going to let you go in a second. So once again, touch base on those tour dates.
Okay, so I'll just give out the basics here. So, all right, tour kickoff Thursday, July 18th at 66 Congress in Brooklyn, New York. Next night, Friday, July 19th at Metropolis Collective in Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. Saturday, July 20th at Grizzlies in Wyandotte, Michigan, which is just outside of Detroit. Sunday, the 21st at I'm being told either Subterranean or maybe Reggie's in the Small Room
Ooh,
in Chicago
with
with
Malachi.
Malachi and Beat the Smart Kids. Monday, July 22nd, we're at the Kitty Cat Club in Minneapolis, Minnesota with the Prize Fighters for their LP release show. Tuesday, the 23rd, we're at High Dive in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Hopefully we can see some of you guys, and we'd love to have you guys come out if you're in the area. I don't know how, my knowledge of Wisconsin geography is terrible. The next night, on Wednesday, July 24th, we're at Roz Talks in Rock Island, Illinois, right on the border of Iowa, with Road Soda. On the 25th, we're at the Longhorn Saloon in Toledo, Ohio, with Eagle and the Maniacs, Stop the Presses and Filters. And then finally, Friday, August 2nd, we're back home in Brooklyn. We're playing with the Prize Fighters at Kingsland in Brooklyn.
Awesome. So we wish you a very wonderful and successful tour. Again, check these guys out. You can find them on Facebook. They have their own website. You can find them on Bandcamp and Spotify. If you can't get to a show, make sure to go to the shop section of all of their social medias, or just shoot them a message and say, hey, we're interested in at least supporting you. We want to give you some money and give them some money.
Hey, money is always good.
Drive safe, be well.
We also have an email address if anyone wants to reach out. You can get us at admin@thepandemics.net, or if you want to book us, booking@thepandemics.net as well.
Awesome. Thank you, Chris.
Oh, no problem. Thank you so much, Jess, and do our best for the rest of the nights.
We will.
And we'll catch you guys hopefully in Wisconsin.
And we hope, hey, make sure to post your shit on our page too.
Will do. I'm going to put it on the list of stuff I got to get done this week.
All right, and
It's definitely be for me.
so with that, we will leave you. The nice thing is, or the cool thing is, there are some members of Malapacha who are in another band called Tone Zone Skam, and they're coming on Thursday night, and so we're going to play a sneak peek after we get off the phone with you guys of them. So
Awesome.
Thank you, Chris, so much. And other the 3/7 of the pandemics that joined us this evening. Drive
Thank you.
Be safe, be well, have a great tour. We hope to catch you in Milwaukee. We gotta find a babysitter on that Tuesday. So with that, we will bid you adieu. Go enjoy your evening now that you're done with band practice, and get ready for your tour.
Woo! Woo! All right. Thanks, Jess.
Bye.
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 That was Chris and two other human beings from the pandemics. I forget. Barry Sachs and trombone.
There you go.
There you go. I forget your names because it's hard to hear kind of on the phone. And I was excited about your tour. So with that being said, they are hitting the road, starting off again in New York next Thursday, going into Pennsylvania, headed over to Michigan, into Chicago, into Minnesota, back into Wisconsin, over to the border of Illinois and Iowa, into Ohio, and then back again east. They're gonna then do that. They get to play with the Boss Tones. They're going to play with the Prize Fighters, who we've had on the show. Again, those guys are going on tour as well. So as you gear up for that week that the Prize Fighters are going to be in Chicago, get prepared, because at the end of that week, on the 26th, you have the Prize Fighters, Stop the Presses, Jay Navarro and the Traders. And then the next night, on the 27th, at the Subterranean, you have Hepcat and Deals Gone Bad. And so there's just a whole bunch of ska coming into the area. It is summertime, so get prepared for all of that stuff going on. But we have a bunch of shit going on too, which limits us going to all of these really cool shows. So Thursday night, we're back at it here at Palace de Sheila Reno. We're going to have Tone Zone Skam. Fingers crossed, they all fit in the basement. It will be interesting to see how this goes. But I'm going to play a sneak peek of them. Sunday nights, we've been doing, if you haven't been paying attention, Union Park Tavern. So this venue in Kenosha said, hey Jess, hey Kiff, come do the show at our place of business. We said, awesome. We're booked through the summer. We have a bunch of shit coming up. So every Sunday night from 8 to 10, not only could you watch, but you physically, if you are in the area or
Can
close
come
to,
there
can
and
come.
see it.
$5, that's all it costs. You get to see 2 bands that play 45 minutes each and an artist, because we're trying to meld that music and art sort of ideology together, that there is a platform now where people don't have to pay to show up, be able to express themselves, and make some income from that. And so please come out and support us. Union Park Tavern, $5. This upcoming week we have Deadly Friend and Wizard Hammer coming. I've never heard these people. They're brand new to me, and that is the fun part of this show. Is that we have all these people who reach out from all over the place and are like, hey, we want to come to the middle of nowhere and play here. So you'll get to see them. Come out, support them. They are traveling because they are not from here. They are northern and central Wisconsin, and they're coming this way.
Mixed genre shows.
Always. I don't subscribe to one sort of genre. I am the Ska Kid, but we welcome all types here. But this leads me, thank you, to this point. So, as of late, not only have we received a lot of messages, but a lot of people have been coming out to shows going, where's the ska? Where's the ska? Where's the ska? You're the Ska Kid. These are people who legit want to hear ska. So yes, we have ska coming up on the show. I need more ska bands, okay? Not to say that I want to single out any one genre, but it is being requested by not only the viewing audience, but by people coming to shows. So tell your friends that are in ska bands, hey, hit up Jess. Hey, reach out, let's get in touch, let's share your music, let's put you on our playlist, let's share your page, let's make sure that people know about you, let's get you booked. We might be full, but we also work in conjunction and collaboration with a bunch of people all over the US. And so Chris wanted to connect with us tonight because we help book a lot of that tour. So if you want help booking a tour, feel free to reach out and I will put you in contact with our contacts. It costs you nothing. Use your resources. It's like Google. Hey, I want to go here. How do I do this? Cool. Ask. We shall provide. And if we can't help you, we should hopefully be able to put you in contact with someone who can help you. And
Yes.
that's the whole point of this show. So the Pandemics, we wish you a wonderful tour. We hope to catch you on that Tuesday. We do have to find a sitter. But it would be wonderful to actually physically see you human beings in person, and be able to come support you in that effort. So Thursday night, we have Tone Zone Skam. We're going to play some music from them. I believe the last time that we played this, I think this is the actual burn CD that we have.
Yes.
Beautiful is what we played last
The
time.
first time we got to see these guys, she was emceeing Midwest Ska Fest, and it was...
And we became wonderful friends with
Yes,
Ramon.
yes.
Ah, we get
That's
to
the
see
guy
her
that points
again.
at stuff.
And we love you guys. So it will be fun. It will be a challenge to try to fit all of these humans into our basement. But we're going to play Tone Zone for you because I don't think I played that before. Maybe I
Not
did.
sure. It's been a while.
So this is off of their EP. These folks are from Chicago. So without further ado, here is the sneak peek of Tone Zone Skam. This is called Tone Zone. Here, Jess the Ska Kid. Palisade, Sheila Reno. Give points.
Thank
by Tone Zone Skam. So the funny thing is, I'm their new horn player. I just whistle really good. Just kidding, just kidding, just kidding. Anyways, I forgot to mention, so as the pandemics are gearing up to head out west, you have the prize fighters who will be headed east, but that Ohio show where the prize fighters are going to play with Ego, they have Stop the Presses and Jay Navarro and the Traders. So Stop the Presses will be doing an interview with us next week, Tuesday, and they had found us because of the Skywalkers video that we did, and they had asked, hey, we were wondering if you'd help us with a promotional little bit because we're going on tour. They were originally a two-piece from Florida. They are female-fronted, and she and he will be joining us for a phone interview next Tuesday. So Thursday, Tone Zone Skam. Sunday, Deadly Friend and Wizard Hammer. Tuesday, Stop the Presses. And the list goes on and on. For a full calendar of events, you can find all of our shit on JessTheSkaKid.com or on our Facebook page. And as always, all of our videos, if you happened to miss any, are edited and uploaded onto our YouTube channel as well. Tell your friends, tell your artist friends. We help share and connect the world with music and art. That is our job. That is our mission. There is not anybody too small or too big that we will help. So feel free to reach out.
Yes, I will also take donations.
Yeah. And if you need art or you want a logo or you need a flyer done, Kip is our in-house artist. So we also offer mobile services. I don't know if you know this. Do you have a big festival coming up? Do you want your local show broadcast? Hey, have vehicle will travel. We actually have a vehicle now. If you are interested in learning about the mobile Jess the Ska Kid services, shoot us a message to the page or the email, justtheskakid@gmail.com. I'll shoot you an email back with the information as to how mobile services work. With that being said, guess what? Because Beer Guy isn't here, he's got that's one thing too. All of us have kind of stepped into new phases of employment. Chelsea became an iron worker. Mike is working in a different industrialized field now where he is being trained to be a specialized sort of, wire wrapper. I took a new job, and so all of us have day jobs that are all new, and we're all kind of all over the place.
I'm still doing the same thing.
Yes, but his job is the most important because he raises her children and does art and cooks food and cleans the house. If none of you have ever tried to be a stay-at-home parent, you're really missing the like hardest job in the world. So for those of you who have stayed home, kudos. It is the hardest job in the world. Your shitty bosses are the little things that are like, I'm going to fight you, and I'm not going to listen, and I'm going to run away, and I'm going to pee in a corner, and I'm going to draw on the wall. And that goes on until they're 18. So, hats off to Kif.
Also, I'm going to read tonight.
That's what he's going to do next. On this day in music history. Look at that. I remembered.
All right. Okay.
Also, if ever any of you have questions, comments, concerns, or ponderings, feel free to shoot the page a message as well. I do try to respond to people in a somewhat regular fashion.
It is the 9th, yes?
Yes, it is
Okay.
July 9th.
Just making sure. It's been a day. It's been a long day. It felt like a long day, anyways. On this day, happy birthday to Alan Dale, 1925. Lee Hazelwood, 1929. Don McPherson, Main Ingredient, 1941. Bon Scott, choked down his puke. AC/DC, 1946. Joe Maselli, John Fred and his Playboy Band, 1946. Mitch Mitchell from the Jimi Hendrix Experience, 1947. Gwen Guthrie, 1950. Kate Garner, Hazy Fantasy, 1954. Debbie Sledge, Sister Sledge, 1954. Jim Kerr, Simple Minds, 1959. Mark Almond, 1957. Courtney Love, Like We Should Care, 1964. Frankie Bello, Anthrax, 1965.
She was born in 64.
Yeah. She's an old, crusty bitch.
She'll still shoot it.
Yeah. Tom Hingley, in Spiral Carpets. In Spiral, yeah, okay. 1965. Dickon Hinchliffe, Fingersticks? 1967. Owen Powell, Catatonia, 1967.
They're fucking.
Not the same band.
Oh.
Maybe it is.
Spelled with a K?
No,
Oh.
not the same band. Calvin Grant, Musical Youth, 1971. Jack White, The White Stripes, 1975. Isaac Brock, Modest Mouse, ugh, 1975. Dan Estrin, Hoobastank, 1976. Wow. Chart news. Probably one of the first classified rock and roll songs ever to hit the charts. 1955, Bill Haley and His Comets at number 1 on the U.S. chart with We're Gonna Rock Around the Clock. 1966, the Beatles at number 1, Who Gives a Shit, in Australia with Paperback Writer and Rain. 1973, Judy Strunk at number 1 in Australia with Daisy a Day. 1979, M at number 1 in Australia with Pop Music. 1983, the year of my birth. The Police at number 1 on the U.S. chart with Every Breath You Take. That was the number 1 song of 1983.
Wow.
Like the shittiest song
Oh,
ever.
can't you
Yes.
see?
Yeah. From like really like kind of okay ska reggae to like shit. 1983, Wham! At number 1 on the UK album chart with Fantastic. 1988, Cheap Trick at number 1 on the US chart with The Flame. 1988, Glenn Medeiros at number 1 on the UK chart with Nothing's Gonna Change My Love for You. 1988, Kylie Minogue at number 1 in Australia with Got to Be Certain. 1995, Michael Jackson.
Go on.
I'll skip that. 2000, Bomb Funk MCs at number 1 in Australia with Freestyler. 2006, Muse at number 1 in the UK album chart with Black Holes and Revelations. That's actually a pretty okay album. I enjoy it. Yeah, especially if you get lifted. 2006, Lily Allen at number 1 on the UK chart with Smile. 2011, Give Me Everything by Pitbull featuring Neo. Afrojack and Nair at number 1 on the US chart. 2015, Lost Frequencies at number 1 in the UK chart with Are You With Me? That wasn't a question, though. Gig news. 1965, The Who appeared at the Losonaro Ballroom, Basildon, England. I never heard that.
How come everything in England is hard to say? None of your things make sense, England. None of them.
Well, we have the bastardization of their language, so it's easy to speak here. 1972, Paul McCartney, Who Fucking Cares, and Wings, Who Fucking Cares as well, played at the French town Chateauvillain.
That's from.
Yes. 1974, Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Amp.
Not Young?
Young kicked off a reunion tour in Seattle. That might be a typo, because there's like way too much punctuation in the middle of that. 1976, The Pretty Things, Supercharged, and third on the bill. The Sex Pistols all appeared at the Lyceum, London, England. 1986, Queen played at St. James Park in Newcastle upon Tyne, Mike. Not upon a Tyne, England. Alright, music news. 1969, working at Abbey Road Studios in London. God damn it. The Beatles, I have two of them, recorded Maxwell's Silverhammer. John Lennon returned to the studio after recovering from a car crash in Scotland, and a bed was installed in the Abbey Road studio for Yoko because she's so cool. But she was pregnant and who had been more seriously injured in the car accident. Sorry, I'm so insensitive as fuck. Who cares though? 1977, Elvis Costello quit his day job at Elizabeth Arden Cosmetics to become a full-time musician. 'Cause watching the detectives rather than his day job.
I like Elvis Costello.
And that is all for this on this day.
It's entertaining, hey? You can catch us Thursday.
Super entertaining.
Thursday, Tone Zone Skam. Sunday, Deadly Friend and Wizard Hammer at Union Park Tavern. Hey, what better? Two bands, an artist. Joan will be there, and she will be selling crocheted little doilies,
peddling her wares,
purses, and beaded items, and drink specials. So we've been trying to come up with a signature drink each time. I'm really loving the collaboration between Union Park and us. We bring in the stuff, they sell drinks, it's wonderful, things go well. That's Sunday night from 8 to 10, and then next Tuesday you can catch Stop the Presses! And then we have music every Thursday and Sunday and Tuesday after that. So we're kind of booked through the summer, hopefully, only because like I'm sick of telling people no, things slow down.
Yes. We'll see how
over the fall,
the
but I doubt
series
it.
of the summer shows goes. I'm sure it won't stop.
I'm sure it won't either. So keep watching the page for open dates. If you are an artist and you would like a Sunday night to pitch your wares, the schedule was posted. Feel free to just shoot us a message. All you have to do is show up with your stuff. That's all you do. We provide the table, we provide the venue, we provide all of the advertising. All you have to do is invite people and say, hey, I'm going to be here tonight. So catch us Thursday night, catch us Sunday night, catch us Tuesday night. Oh, we're back at it, my friends, and happy July to you all.
If you want to come over for dinner, just let us know.
Yeah. Thursday, Tone Zone Skam. And we bid you adieu, okay?
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.